Welcome into the Fox Sports Studios. Greg Kerr and Craig Ludwig. The Stars opened a back-to-backer on the road with Minnesota against a Wild team, Craig, that Dallas has owned. The Stars had pointed in all the last 10 games, scoring 19 of a possible 20 points along the way, and taking a 3-point lead in the Pacific Division will make it now 21 points out of 22 opportunities. Playoffs. You saw Jamie Benn score that goal in the third period, his 21st this season. Well, 21 the magic number tonight because that's also Kari Lehtman's 21st career shutout, and he has been sensational. We talked about riding the hot goalie in the playoffs. Well, it's already started for Dallas because Kari's been terrific.
Well, and you know what? He will do that.
Let's go now up to St. Paul and check in with Razor Ray. And Razor, we've talked about guys stepping up and making plays. Well, we had, of course, one of their top players making a play tonight in Jamie Benn, but this is continuing to be a team that's had all these little pieces finally come together, and it's looking good right now, isn't it?
To win hockey games.
All right, Razor, thank you. Safe trip to Winnipeg, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Well, we need to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll bring you highlights. We'll check out also the standings, and we'll go inside the locker room to hear from the Stars. Stay with us. The Stars will take a 6-game winning streak into Winnipeg Wednesday night. All right, baseball time now. Yu Darvish and the Rangers taking on the Cleveland Indians today out in the Cactus League. Let's pick this one up. Darvish, second start for the Rangers. He walked a couple of batters in the first inning, but both were taken care of by Jorvik Torrealba. Darvish showing some skills holding runners. Then he strikes out Shin Soo Choo to end that inning. Now in the third, once again, Darvish had some control issues. Pitching coach Mike Maddox doing his best to communicate, and apparently it worked. He gets a 4-6-3 double play to slow the Indians' rally. Darvish went 3 innings, allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, and 4 walks. They called it after 10. The Rangers and Indians tied at 8. Our very own Emily Jones had an exclusive sit-down with Yu Darvish. Here's a piece of that. More Yu coming up. Darvish will take the mound on the 19th of this month against the Brewers, and you can see that game right here on Fox Sports Southwest. That will do it for Stars Live. Dallas defeats Minnesota tonight 1-0. The Stars have won 6 in a row, and the Stars now 10-0-1 in their last 11. I'm Greg Kerr. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later. You've got that right, kid, but I'll tell you what, Miami is not on the AAA's list for cheap vacations, but, you know, there's about 20,000 Deke fans down here who could care less. In fact, we ran into a few of those today at the rather upscale, swanky Deke Digs. This is where the Dekes have been calling home during their stay in Miami, the Westin Diplomat. Palatial, yes. Super 8, no.
If it's ever any place that's a 5-star place, this is it.
And it's free.
Oh, it's free. That's what makes it the best trip ever. You know, anytime you can go anywhere for free, you always enjoy those days.
Rates go for about $400 a night, but naturally more for the ocean views. So these Deke fans are dropping some serious coin for this. Care to divulge how much?
Better yet, better left unsaid.
Talk about how pricey this place is. Pack of gum, $2.12. My per diem shot.
We're staying down the road at Plantation.
So you didn't get the lucky draw here on the Westin Diplomat?
No.
Any particular reason why?
Money.
We ran into fans from Greensboro to Winston-Salem, Charlotte, South Carolina. It's been awesome out here. And Ken, if you look out behind me, this is part of the Manatee Zone. Kind of interesting and beautiful here in this setting. And one more day to worry about the game, or think about the game anyway. Wake Forest and Louisville tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Coming up with more at 6 o'clock. Well, I continue to share some of my favorite horrific moments during my almost 8 years here at this TV station. A few years back, an Asian giant invaded the Triad to work on his game. When I met Ming Ming, I couldn't believe the size of this guy.
Good, good. Keep it high, keep it high.
From a distance, you don't really sense his size. Move in closer and you see a man so large, you wonder how he does what he does. His name is Ming Ming, a 21-year-old with a size 19 shoe who takes the tape measure to a height of 7 feet, 8 3/4
Our pictures don't really do him justice, but when I saw him in the airport, the first night in PT Airport, it was amazing.
Former Maryland standout Keith Gatlin is in charge of improving Ming's game. Gatlin's former agent saw Ming play in China and worked out his coming here to train.
We work him hard 3 times a day, and he's never complains, and he's really improving. He's moving up and down the court. you know, night and day from the first time we started working him. So I think for him, a little time and the sky's the limit. Nice.
We took up an offer to join Ming for lunch. Interesting to watch him squeeze into the back seat of Gatlin's SUV. Then stooping through the doorway of the restaurant, kind of like an adult going into their kid's playhouse. Also watching the "I can't believe what I'm seeing" glances from the patrons. Ming, meantime, went about putting a major dent in the buffet line. He loves salad and pizza. Ming knows, though, that people are astounded by his size, but he's still uneasy about it.
妹妹的，比如出去上街什么的。
Wherever he goes, people, they are always interested in his height, and a lot of people ask him how tall he is and how much he weighs. Hopefully he will be used to this.
2 more.
Back in the gym, there are few laughs. Ming works toward his American dream, and the secret's out. Several NBA teams have called. This project, or diamond in the rough, may make it after all.
This is his shot to really, you know, put his name on the map. And, you know, all the teams are intrigued, and they call us because you can't teach 7-8.
No, you can't. An update Ming's status 3 years later. Keith Gatlin, I talked to him tonight, and he said he's playing in the Japanese Pro League.
Oh, he is.
So he's not getting a lot of playing time. He's more of a sideshow,
Right.
I guess. So
One more look at your forecast, straight around.
I'm not looking at you here. You're
Okay.
fired. Are
Me?
nightmares about Donald Trump's catchphrase taking over in your sleep cycle?
I hate to hear him say that. Well, you're not alone.
Calvin Smith will not get a new trial. A judge denied a new trial for the man convicted in a 1995 assault case. A jury convicted the Winston-Salem man in the beating of Jill Marker. Smith maintains his innocence and wanted a judge to give him a new trial because of new evidence. But today, a judge denied his request. Smith's mother reacted strongly to the decision. Now, the judge did not say why he denied a new trial, but that information will come out in the final ruling in a few weeks. All right, don't panic. Gas prices are going up, but $4 a gallon is still well in the rearview mirror. Gas prices hovered around $1.72 in Greensboro today. That's up a dime since the beginning of the week. AAA Carolinas says gas prices will probably continue to go up for the first quarter of 2009 because of the OPEC oil production cuts and the conflict in Gaza. The group says gas prices are still very low. We're getting answers about the wild swings in oil prices over the past year. According to 60 Minutes, Wall Street speculation sent prices historically high. Coming up Sunday at 7, learn how investors impacted the oil markets and why many say supply and demand had nothing to do with our pain at the pump.
You have to do what you have to do. A lot of it we can do ourselves. But a lot of it won't have to get done, too.
Like so many people in the Colfax area, Bill Dillon put a positive spin on the damage left by Thursday's tornado.
It could have been worse. I'm thankful that, you know, the house was spared and we were spared. That is the most important thing.
Bill and his wife Jeanette spent much of the day picking up the aftermath. Tree trunks, limbs, all kinds of debris littered his land, plus his shed took a hit.
My grandson had his truck sitting here, and the roof was right down on his truck. And we had to go over here with a stitch gear to lift this roof up where we could get the truck out.
Damage, of course, could have been much worse, but $20,000 to $30,000 in cleanup and repairs can stretch a budget, retiree or not.
I had a tree man out here last night, and it was dark. He said $18,000 just for the tree job.
Is that why you're doing a lot of it yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.